Right now I'm going to meet my mom for dinner. It wasn't originally in our plans, but the weather's bad. She was calling to make sure I was heading home soon before the roads got really bad. And I was supposed to go to someone's, it was kind of like a birthday party, and I wanted to go to it, and I feel bad canceling like I always do, but my home is very far away from where I work. It's one of the reasons I do these videos then, because it's hard to be productive otherwise. I wanted to be closer to home. I didn't want to drive all that way, you know, at 10 o'clock tonight. It's about 6 right now. It's going to get a lot worse, so I wanted to go ahead and get out of there. My mom was calling on me to make sure that I was headed home, that I would get there safely, and I asked her what we were going to do for dinner. We don't usually do something for dinner, but I asked because I was going to be home and hungry, and I feel like we don't have much food at home right now. And then she called back and suggested we go out to eat. And, you know, I think this kind of displays more, you know, I'm hard on my parents in my mind a lot. My mom especially, I'm hard on her because of the way that she's reacted to me coming out to her as trans. But as hard as that is for me to deal with, and it is very difficult, you know, it really hurts my feelings. The way she reacts, the way she thinks about it, and, you know, that's all hard, but again, I'm very fortunate. I know other people that get kicked out of their homes, get disowned, not just with trans issues, you know, people just coming out to their parents for being gay, which, you know, is even more preposterous to me. And, like, I don't mean to demean the struggles that gay people go through. They're very real. But it is more accepted in our culture these days than being trans. I don't want to compare the two and say one's harder or one's easier, because it really just depends on your situation. Like I said, I mean, those gay people that get thrown out of their homes, you know, when they come out to their parents, are in a much worse situation than I'm in. It's awful that that happens to anyone, and I'm very fortunate that it hasn't happened to me, but the things I have to deal with are still real. And I think it can be annoying for a lot of people, and for me, you know, when your mom's checking in on you, and that's how moms are, you know, when they're concerned, and it can be annoying, it can feel a little invasive, but ultimately I feel so lucky that I have that, and, you know, I'm not trying to wave it in the face of people that don't. I'm trying to not take my privilege for granted, which a lot of people do, and I think it's important to recognize where your privilege in your life and be thankful for it, because not everyone has those privileges. You know, it's the exact same thing as, you know, cisgendered people. I think a lot of times they take their privilege for granted. They don't realize how much worse it could be. Anyone, I think, that has an identity that is accepted by the culture, I don't think they can understand what it's like to be a way, just be a way that is rejected by most of the people around you. And so I don't want to take any of my privileges for granted, because I know what it feels like when other people around you do that, when they do that, and I think we need to recognize it. But I've gone on long enough, and I'm almost to the restaurant, so